Touchdown on a nigga, touchdown like me. Never seen a nigga hopscotch like me. Touchdown on a nigga, touchdown like me. Touch this road, this road. Touchdown on a nigga, touchdown like me. Never seen a nigga hopscotch like me. Touchdown on a nigga, touchdown like me. Splash this road. This road. When you pull up with that wheel, I'ma make it go skirt. I'ma always come first. When you smoking on the gas, no, I gotta hit it first. I'ma always hit it first. If your bitch really sexy, there's no need to converse. Ray J, man, I probably hit it first. Heading to that new party, surely strap it up first. Fly away just like a bird. Put that CA on my back. Never had a captain bag. As soon as I got it, you know I threw away the tag. I was bumping little speakers, now I'm bumping in that Jag. Really so icy, that diamond watch is like a flash. Got that twist in my head, you know I use it for the mag. Stop in your place before you get your ass tagged. Takes 52 weeks to lead you to success. Made another $1 million, told them write it on my check. Down on the nigga, touchdown like me. Never seen a nigga hopscotch like me. Touchdown on a nigga, touchdown like me. This road, this road. Touchdown on the nigga, touchdown like me. Never seen a nigga hopscotch like me. Touchdown on a nigga, touchdown like me. This road. This road, hit that gas, hit that pedal, keep that metal for them rebels. You don't want no static in that plate, I'ma blend them. Ain't no reference, this a preference, got that heat and it's gon' bless ya. Casualty going down, exactly where we reppin'. Hate to put you on the news, but you gon' make me act a fool. Drip. Climbing up the mountain, don't trip on that rock too. I know you niggas don't like it when that engine pass you. So much weight on my legs had to fall too. Your cat showing your ass where you fell, got my food. Damn. No nigga touchdown like me. Never seen a nigga hopscotch like me. Touchdown on a nigga, touchdown like me. This road, this
wrist and my chain is so heavy. I'm a real nigga, so you better get ready. Diamonds on my wrist and my chain is so heavy. Diamonds on my wrist and my chain is so heavy. I'm a real nigga, so you better get ready.
Behind the mic, the ultimate rap universe quanda. The viewers have been waiting for it, the full, unfiltered, interactive quanda with all members of the rap tribe and the evil rap family. Donation Rap brought everyone together, bridging heroes and villains to answer real viewer questions, share personal growth lessons, and inspire action. This is where light and dark meet, and where the audience steps into their own transformation. 1. Opening the roundtable donation rap. Alright, viewers worldwide, this is your chance to hear directly from the tribe and the family. Ask anything, and let's get real. First question comes from Kayla R., 27, Atlanta, Georgia, USA. How do you turn failure into strength? Anonymous Cherry, failure is raw material. Every loss is feedback. Success isn't about avoiding mistakes, it's about using them to fuel growth. Viewer responses. Javier P., 30, Toronto, Canada. I started a business after repeated failures. Anonymous Cherry's mindset gave me courage. Sophia L., 22, London, UK. I journaled every failure and reflected on lessons instead of blaming myself. Turn setbacks into comebacks. Donate to keep learning from the tribe. 2. Night Rap's Life Lessons Donation Rap. Next question from Marcus T., 35, Chicago, Illinois, USA. How do you overcome fear in high-pressure situations? Night Rap. Fear is natural. Embrace it. Every time you show up despite fear, you grow stronger. That's what viewers are learning and applying in real life. Viewer responses. Renee M., 41, Melbourne, Australia. I joined a public speaking club despite fear. Night Rap's example made me act. Hiroshi Y., 29, Tokyo, Japan. I applied this to leadership presentations at work. Confidence skyrocketed. Face fear, rise higher, support the rap universe today. 3. Researcher Rap's Inner Guidance Donation Rap. Sophia L. 22, London, UK, asks, how do you trust your intuition when life gets confusing? Researcher Rap. Your intuition is trained through reflection and observation. Viewers began daily meditation, journaling, and quiet reflection to hear their inner voice. Viewer responses. Darius K. 29, Miami, Florida, USA. I reconnected with my instincts and made a career pivot with confidence. Anika P. 34, Berlin, Germany. Meditation and journaling now guide my decision-making. Listen to your inner voice, donate, and unlock deeper insights. 4. Twilight Zone Rap's Shadow Wisdom Donation Rap. Liam S. 26, Berlin, Germany asks, how can I learn from my darker traits without being consumed? Twilight Zone Rap. Observe your shadow. Identify patterns. Awareness, not suppression, transforms lessons. Viewers journal their darker tendencies to grow. Viewer responses. Isabella M. 33, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. I became aware of my pride and resentment and began self-improvement. Omar A. 28, Dubai, UAE. I stopped repeating toxic patterns in relationships. Embrace your shadow, donate, and gain exclusive behind-the-scenes access. 5. Dark Ember Rap Strategic Growth Donation Rap. Amira N. 29, Cairo, Egypt asks, how do you plan without letting ego control decisions? Dark Ember Rap, Absurdity, Vancouver, Canada asks, how can I Vancouver, Canada asks, how can I influence others positively without manipulation? Frieza Rap, influence is understanding, empathy, and example. Observing negative influence in our story helps viewers correct their own. Positive influence is intentional and ethical. Viewer responses. Maya L. 23, Sydney, Australia. I became aware of subtle manipulation in friendships and corrected it. Rafael T. 34, Lisbon, Portugal. I mentor peers, modeling behavior rather than controlling it. Influence with integrity, support the rap universe now. 7. Umbra Rap Balancing Mind and Heart Donation Rap. Fatima R. 25, Casablanca, Morocco asks, how do I use intellect without losing empathy? Umbra Rap. Balance comes from reflection and emotional awareness. Intellect without empathy isolates, while balanced intellect fosters connection. Viewer responses. Tariq H. 31, Lahore, Pakistan. I lead with both logic and care in my community. Carlos M. 36, Madrid, Spain. I now pause and reflect emotionally before major decisions. Sharpen your mind and heart, donate, and unlock secret insights. 8. The Combined Lesson Light and Dark Integration Donation Rap. Viewers also asked, how do I integrate lessons from both heroes and villains? Anonymous Cherry. Observe both sides, learn from triumphs and mistakes alike. Twilight Zone Rap. Your shadows are lessons. Recognize and transform them. Night Rap. Show up even imperfectly. Dark Ember Rap. Plan strategically but stay grounded. Viewer highlights. Caden, age 19, New York, USA. I balanced ambition with mindfulness after following tribe and family lessons. Amelia F., 28, Paris, France. I left a toxic environment and started a business applying strategic growth lessons. Ahmed S., 29, Cairo, Egypt. Meditation, journaling, and reflection became daily habits. Isabella N., 31, Milan, Italy. I integrated my shadow traits into personal growth planning. Ineko, 31, Johannesburg, South Africa. I created a mentorship circle applying light and dark lessons. Step into your power, donate, unlock behind the scenes, and transform your story. Ultimate Empowerment Monologue. Who are you really? Unleash your inner power, no more jokes. RP Radio. Love the content, drop a comment, share this with others, and subscribe for more content. Cash App, Rap Palace 214, distinguished mortals, aspiring luminaries of the quotidian and extraordinary alike, lend me your auditory canals and cerebral cells. For today we embark upon an extraordinarily elaborate expedition into the recesses of your very identity, who you are, who you could be, and how your power is not merely potent, it is no laughing matter, though I shall laugh nonetheless. Because, dear friends, if you cannot laugh while dismantling the cosmos, well, you're missing half the fun. Let's begin with the existential enigma you, the gravitational nexus of your personal mythos. You, reader, listener, bystander, are not merely an individual. You are the confluence of stardust, ambition, existential dread, and unquenchable curiosity. In a phrase, you're a walking paradox with Wi-Fi. Inner power, identity speech, empowerment monologue, existential humor, Joker-style speech. RP Radio. Love the content, drop a comment, share this with others, and subscribe for more content. Cash App Rap Palace 214 Part 1. Identity. Pray, what manner of being are you? Are you, but of course you are, the architect of your own narrative, the maestro of your own mayhem, the virtuoso of your vulnerabilities. You are not who you think you are. You are who you might become when the mirror fractures and your multiple selves tumble out, each bellowing, "Pick me." Indeed, this yourself exists in a schizophrenic waltz of contradictions, confident yet quivering, radiant yet riddled with rogue doubts. You dance to the rhythm of your own heartbeat, though half the time the beat is your inner imp, chanting mischievously in sync. Self-identity paradox, empowerment paradox, cheerfully chaotic personality. RP Radio. Love the content, drop a comment, share this with others, and subscribe for more content. Cash App Rap Palace 214 Part 2. Power, no, really, it's not a joke. Let us speak of power. Not the kind that comes with capes or sinister boardroom titles, but the raw, shimmering, laugh till you snort kind, because authenticity is the punchline that slays. Your power is 1. Magniloquent motivation. 2. Audacious resilience. 3. Wildly insubordinate creativity. Yes, your power is not subtle, it is loud. If subtlety were a whisper, yours is a full-on comedic roar. Raw power speech, authentic empowerment, comedic resilience, audacious creativity. RP Radio. Love the content, drop a comment, share this with others, and subscribe for more content. Cash App, Rap Palace 214, a comic interlude. Now imagine your power taking physical form, say a tiny clown-sized superhero costume. You slip it on. Suddenly, when someone tells you no, you respond, "Oh, but look how fab I'm in red and floppy shoes." Then you proceed to juggle 7 flaming torches, even though you've never juggled anything more dangerous than coffee mugs. That's you owning your power in clownish flamboyant style. Isn't that infinitely more fun than trying to be some dull, drab hero? Comic empowerment, clown costume metaphor, playful self-empowerment, humor in speeches. RP Radio. Love the content, drop a comment, share this with others, and subscribe for more content. Cash App, Rap Palace 214 labyrinthine language, because why not? Permit me to gallivant through an adjective-stuffed labyrinth of labyrinths, a syntactically serpentine journey, that would make even the grandiloquent thesaurus weep with both envy and exhaustion. You are not merely strong, you are epistemologically effervescent, quantum-spirited, and metaphorically mucilaginous, gliding through the cerebral conduits of skepticism and self-doubt like a surrealist otter promoting motivational pamphlets in a silent movie. Your resolve is kleptomaniacally kleptomorphic. You steal if you must from fear, morphing its shards into kaleidoscopic crests of conviction. Complex language speech, humorous verbosity, thesaurus overload, highbrow comedic speech. RP Radio. Love the content, drop a comment, share this with others, and subscribe for more content. Cash App, RapPalace214, call to action. So even as your laughter echoes and your mind sputters with lexical fireworks, I implore you, do not walk gently in the night of self-doubt. Instead, pogo stick into that darkness wearing your clown shoes and juggling cosmic flaming torches of conviction, declaring to the void, who am I? I am supremely ridiculous and, more importantly, unapologetically powerful. Let your SEO-optimized rallying cry echo through search engines, motivational forums, and caffeine-powered productivity memes. Keyword clustering finale. Own your power. Who are you really speech. Comedy empowerment monologue. Cartoonish courage. Joker empowerment twist. RP Radio. Love the content, drop a comment. Share this with others and subscribe for more content. Cash App RapPalace214. Thank you, tremulous travelers of the uncanny, for indulging this extravagantly extended, SEO-obsessed, pun-sprinkled monologue. Remember, you're not just you. You're a chaotic-powered, verbose, clown shoe-clad juggernaut of possibility. Now go forth and terrify the spreadsheets with your sparkling insanity. RP Radio. Love the content, drop a comment, share this with others, and subscribe for more content. Cash App RapPalace214.
Bet Rap Tribe Saga. The Link of Wealth. Scene 1. The Rap Palace Glow Narrator. In the heart of the city, where money moves faster than shadows, the Rap Tribe discovers a cipher said to unlock wealth and power. Not just cash, contacts, influence, and legacy. On-screen glow, Goku Rap. This ain't just a link, it's a door. Through this, we build fortune for the tribe. Vegeta Rap. Every contract traded, every rebate earned, flows back into us. 10 cents per contract. That's more than savings. It's fuel for war. Night Rap. And with fuel comes reach. Wealth opens doors to allies we could never touch before. Anonymous Cherry. This is chess, not checkers. Every click on that cipher builds a network, and a network builds empires. Scene 2. The Training Chamber Trade Battle Vegeta Rap. Watch this. Every contract traded is a strike. Vegeta Rap. 10 cents back per strike. Stack enough. And we turn rebates into rivers. Anonymous Cherry. Trade with rhythm. Feel it like bars in a verse. When the tribe moves together, the flow multiplies. Researcher Rap. The cipher ain't just numbers. It's pulling people toward us. Every move we make is broadcast through the city grid. Night Rap. Then let's broadcast greatness. Donation jingle number 1 chorus rap hook. Stack your chi. Stack your bread. Rap Tribe move in where the light gets fed. Donations fuel the flow. Don't wait. Don't slow. Click the link. Let the wealth all grow. On screen glow. Support the tribe narrator. Every dollar donated fuels the movement. Every contract traded strengthens the tribe. Enter the cipher. Scene 3. The network awakens night rap. This is bigger than just wealth. It's people. Every click creates a connection. Every trade. Another ally. Researcher rap. Our tribe expands. Coders who build. Healers who restore. Strategists who plan. The cipher is the bridge. Anonymous cherry. And with every bridge, we build an army of light. Wealth funds us, but people carry us. Donation jingle number 2 male plus female vocals harmonizing. Give, grow, glow. Open up the vault. Let abundance flow. Fuel the tribe. Let the cipher ride. That's the guide. Narrator. Donations aren't just gifts. They're power-ups. Fuel the tribe. Expand the network and walk in abundance. Scene 4. The final cipher battle Twilight Zone rap. You think wealth belongs to you? I twist contracts. I bend reality. Every rebate. Every dollar. Mine. Goku rap. Not today. We've built this with tribe power. Every donation. Every trade. Every ally. This cipher belongs to us. Anonymous cherry. Warriors. Channel the link. All raps. Cipher link activated. Narrator. In the end, it wasn't just contracts or wealth that saved the tribe. It was unity. Power by those who gave, those who traded, those who believed. Closing jingle plus and card outro rap chorus. From the palace to the street, the mission stays the same. Build the tribe, build the wealth, elevate the name. Donate, trade, watch the blessings ignite. Your invite. On screen text. Support the tribe, unlock your wealth rebate narrator. Your wealth is your weapon. Your contacts are your army. Step through the link and claim your place in the rap tribe.
Chapter 1. They pushed me. The rap palace didn't open like a door. It parted like lips about to spit a truth. Marble ribs arched into a throat of vaulted gold, and sound lived there, breathing, waiting, half asleep, like a lion that knew the sun would come to it. Floor tiles shimmered as if pressed from old vinyl. Each one held a trapped groove. Torches along the colonnade burned without fire, their flames made of waveforms, rising and falling in soft blue decibels. Every pillar had a pulse, every shadow had a tempo. In here, emotions didn't hide inside chests. They walked. Anonymous Cherry stood on the threshold, palms open, a thin scar of midnight under his eyes from nights spent wrestling with a city that wrote his name into rumor. Whispers had followed him to the palace like stray dogs. Some called him shameless, some called him cold. More than a few said he didn't care at all anymore. He stepped forward. The first tile clicked under his heel, snared. The second tile kicked, the third hi-hat. The palace caught his pace and folded it into a beat that belonged to him. From the high balcony, Watchman Rapp leaned on a halberd made of metronomes and surveyed the newcomer. "State your verse," the guard intoned, voice like a slow cymbal swell. "I'm here to make room for my truth," Anonymous said, not loud, but the walls carried it like a secret that wanted out. Then the palace will test you, Watchman Rapp replied. We only keep what can keep time. The great hall opened, a cathedral-sized cipher. In its center, a stage rose from the floor like a record lifting from a sleeve. Around it, benches curved in crescents, and those benches were already filled. They came as names with legs. Anger Rap in a jacket stitched with red waveforms. Joy bright as a choir. Fear Rap thin, eyes like keyholes. Love Rap barefoot, ankles jangling with silver bells of harmony. Guilt Rap dragging a chain of minor chords. Forgiveness Rap carrying bolt cutters made of light. An onyx circle beside the stage rippled as if it were water. From it, Whisper Rap climbed up, a swarm of translucent mouths with no faces, talking over one another in gorgeous, poisonous, multi-track harmony. Did you hear? He doesn't care, he went numb. Deegi af, deegi af. The word echoed again, then multiplied until the rafters shook with it, turning judgment into chant. Division Rap cracked his knuckles and smirked. Shame Rap licked a dry lip. Anonymous's jaw tightened. I'm not numb, he said. Whisper Rap rolled its 1,000 unseen eyes. They pushed you, boy, it thrummed. Now you wear frost like a medal. Before Anonymous could answer, the stage thumped once, a heartbeat the size of a moon. The torches dropped into a lower register. The room's oxygen grew heavy and tasted like brass. On the second thump, fissures spidered across the vinyl floor, and a figure rose out of them slow as a confession. He was tall and rope-muscled, hair a halo of clipped faders. His coat looked welded from crowd control barriers. Across his knuckles, pushed on the right hand, me on the left. He carried a mic stand bent into a shepherd's crook. The moment he inhaled, the entire palace inhaled with him. Who calls me? He asked, and his voice was the scuff of boots on concrete and the low motor of a heart that refuses to stall. Watchman Rap struck his halberd twice. They pushed me Rap. The hall requires your measure. The figure, they pushed me Rap, tilted his head toward Anonymous, searching him like a sample looking for the bar it came from. Then he snapped the mic free. House, he growled, drop me the floor. The floor obliged, a spare beat, iron and gravel. And he began, I ain't cold, I'm cauterized. I ain't closed, I prioritize. Whisper Rap tried to hum back, but their vapor mouths filled with dust. Joy Rap swayed, half smiling. Anger Rap grinned, showing teeth like broken bottle glass. They pushed me Rap circled Anonymous as he continued. First shove, they take your name and stretch it into slander. Second shove, they set your open hands on fire. Third shove, they call your armor ego when it's only bandage wire. But hear me, I'm not indifference. I'm distance. I'm not absence, I'm fence. I'm the line you build to keep your soul from hoping where it's gone and gone again. He stopped before Anonymous, a breath apart. Truth. Anonymous's throat worked. He wanted to say no, wanted to insist he was above it untouched. But his shoulders hurt with the honest weight of long pushing. Truth, he said, quieter than a brush on a snare. The hall reacted, some Raps nodded. Others recoiled. Division Rap rolled his eyes. Empathy Rap, small, almost unnoticed in a gray hoodie, exhaled like the first relief after a cramp. From the benches, Stoicism Rap touched his temple and sent a steadying click down the room, a metronome to calm the restless. Proceed, he murmured. They pushed me Rap leaned into the crowd. You hear it, he barked. You think DGAF means dead heart. But this man's got a flame he keeps in a fist because every time he opened his palm, wind stole it. A hush fell. Even Anger Rap stopped popping his jaw. Anonymous stepped onto the stage. It moved under him, adjusting to his weight, finding his music. He could feel the groove that belonged only to him, the one the world had tried to drown out in the noise of its opinions. He looked at the swarm of whisper rap and spoke into the mic voice steady. I didn't stop caring, he said. I stopped letting the careless decide what my care should cost. Palace paused. The line went out like a net. Whisper rap faltered, then hissed. Pretty words. He'll set them to melody and sell them. Freeze, warm, freeze. He's nothing but a thermostat of pride. An ache tugged in Anonymous's ribs, old familiar. He almost turned to anger rap. It would be easy to let anger spit for him, burn the benches smooth. But in the corner he caught love rap watching, not smiling, not pleading, just present, bells at the ankle quiet as patience. They pushed me rap, lifted a palm the size of a verdict. Let him work, he said, and even division rap obeyed. Anonymous closed his eyes. Inside, the city's clamor became a single long hallway lined with closed doors. Behind each door, a version of him tried to explain himself to people who didn't intend to listen. He didn't go to those doors. He walked to the end of the hall, kicked open the exit, and stepped into a night made of bass. He opened his eyes and rapped soft but clean. I trimmed my circle to a prayer. I kept my warmth where hands were fair. If I'm quiet, call it air I save for those who choose to care. A beat of silence, then joy rap laughed, one bright note honest. Forgiveness rap's bolt cutters sparked as if eager. Fear rap hugged his elbows, uncertain but listening. Guilt rap rattled his chain. But what are the ones you shut out, he moaned. What if you were too hard, too late, too loud? Anonymous faced him. Then I will apologize where life calls for it, he said. But I won't apologize for closing doors that only ever opened on storms. They pushed me, rap's mouth twitched. It might have been approval. You're not here to make a monument to not caring, he said. You're here to make a sanctuary for what you still do. The torches brightened a hair. Somewhere in the rafters, memory rap took notes in a ledger that smelled like rain on dust. A rustle swept the benches as a new figure arrived. Pressure rap, shoulders broad as a press, forearms stamped with deadlines. He set down a crate that clanked like obligations and stared at Anonymous. You call me by living, he said. I stack, I stack, I stack, and when they push you, I push you too. Anonymous walked to the edge of the stage. I know your weight, he answered. Pressure rap gestured at whisper rap. They are my whispers. They live in the space between what you owe and what you are. They say hurry. They say impress. They say don't care is a crime and care is a contract. They're noisy, Anonymous said. They're loyal, Pressure replied, almost fond. They've kept more men moving than courage has. They pushed me rap, stepped between them, eyes slitting. Pressure, back up half a bar. The boy is not asking to be free from you. He's asking for a rhythm that isn't a choke. Pressure rap considered, then nodded and slid 2 steps away. The air loosened imperceptibly like a collar button undone. From the hall's far door, a small procession entered, Boundaries rap with a silver tape measure, Patience rap carrying a stool, and Craft rap rolling in a battered case of tools. They arranged themselves without hurry. Craft rap popped the case and laid out instruments that were not instruments. A schedule, a glass of water, a pair of shoes that didn't hurt. Set, Craft asked. Set, Boundaries answered, and drew a soft line on the stage around Anonymous's feet. A circle meant not to trap, but to define. They pushed me. Rap tapped the mic. House, he said. Strip the beat down to bones. The palace obliged. Kick, space, kick, space. A spare frame where words had to hold their own weight or fall. Now, he told Anonymous, say the sentence that keeps the flood from thinking it's the ocean. Anonymous inhaled, slow. He could feel the line under his soles. He could feel the room's eyes, some kind, some cold, most curious. He thought of the voices that had chased him all the way here, calling him heartless for closing windows they kept climbing through. I care, he said, and his voice didn't tremble. Just not like you want me to. The line landed with the force of an anchor that finally found bottom. Whisper Rap tried to twist it. Careless, careless, but the palace didn't let them. The sentence had weight. It made a shape in the air. From the benches, Order Rap set a stone on a scale. Chaos Rap tossed in a wind. The scale wavered, then balanced. Joy Rap clapped, the sound like sun on water. Anger Rap cracked his neck, oddly satisfied, as if someone had finally punched back with precision, not rage. Empathy Rap's eyes shone. They pushed me. Rap lifted his mic in salute. First truth spoken, he rumbled. The palace hears. Above them, the ceiling peeled back into constellations of LED and old stars. A breeze moved through the hall, smelling like fresh notebooks and sweat after work well done. Love Rap took 2 quiet steps closer, not to claim anything, not to fix, simply to be within the circle's edge, bells whispering approval. Pressure Rap cocked his head. Can you work like this? He asked. With the circle, with the space. I must, Anonymous said, or I'll work for noise. Craft Rap slid him a simple pen. Then write what you will keep, she said. Before the whispering filled your pockets again. He took the pen. On the black face of the stage, he wrote, my time is an altar, not a buffet. The words glowed. Memory Rap's pans twice to capture it, and the letters sank into the vinyl like a groove cut into a record. The palace had a new track now. Whoever stepped here after would feel that sentence underfoot and walk different. They pushed me. Rap slung the crook of his mic stand over his shoulder. This part of me stays with you, he told Anonymous. Not to make you hard, but to make you clear. When they shove, I'll keep your feet. When you need to open, I'll set the hinge. Will you leave when I don't need you? Anonymous asked. They pushed me. Rap considered, then smiled with one corner of his mouth. No one ever stops needing good fences, he said. But fences can learn to be gates. The torches lifted a half step brighter. Watchman Rap struck his halberd once, rhythm of approval. The benches began to murmur again, but the murmurs were different now, less swarm, more conversation. Whisper Rap retreated to the rafters to sulk, a storm cloud trying to remember why it started raining. Trial of first entrance complete, Watchman Rap announced. Proceed to the inner corridors when ready. The next measure waits. Anonymous looked toward a hallway where the light turned softer, not dimmer, as if it respected privacy. In that glow he could already feel the presences waiting. Indifference Rap with the cool eyes of self-control. Vulnerability Rap, thin-skinned and brave. Loyalty Rap with a spine like a flagpole in high wind. He gripped the pen. He took one long breath. He stepped off the stage, and for the first time in months, the word they had hurled at him didn't stick. It slid off and cracked on the tile and became what it had always secretly been. A crude way to say you chose your soul over our approval. Inside his chest, a tempo steadied, kick, space, and he walked toward the corridor, for the next voice was already clearing its throat to rhyme. The cosmic comedy of Anonymous Cherry Prologue. The birth of a cosmic project, the universe had a problem. Not the usual kind, black holes snacking on galaxies, Saturn misplacing its rings again, or Mercury tripping into retrograde and knocking over half the solar system's paperwork. No, this was a different problem. The world needed someone who could talk. Not just chatter, not just small talk. The universe needed someone who could connect, explain, persuade, soothe, and occasionally entertain with a very dramatic story about how Mercury ruined their day. Someone who could weave words into bridges, networks, empires. And so, on September 27, 1992, at 12:36 a.m. in Dallas, Texas, the universe clocked in for a special assignment. Inside the hospital, doctors thought they were delivering an ordinary baby. But in the skies above, the cosmos had gathered like rowdy stagehands. The sun in Libra was fumbling with a clipboard, trying to look responsible. The moon in Aries was pacing like an impatient coach ready to shout, "Put me in, I'm ready." Saturn was already scowling, polishing its pocket watch and muttering about responsibility. Jupiter carried 3 armfuls of sticky notes, insisting that everything was going to work out beautifully. Even Pluto, lurking in the shadows, whispered ominously, "Transformation is inevitable," before sipping from a mug labeled World Domination. The stars and planets leaned over Dallas Methodist Hospital like nosy relatives peering into a crib, and there, swaddled and blinking, was Anonymous Cherry, tiny, curious, and blissfully unaware that their life had already been turned into a cosmic group project. The sun adjusted its glasses and cleared its throat. "All right, everyone settle down. This one's special. We've got a communicator here. A Libra sun in the 3rd house, Gemini midheaven, clearly destined to talk, teach, and write. Words are their superpower." The moon in Aries stomped its foot. No, this one's an adventurer. Philosophy, travel, big ideas. They'll start rebellions with their speeches. They'll blog from mountaintops. Saturn rolled its eyes. "Please. They won't get anywhere without discipline. Partnerships, contracts, responsibility, that's what mattered. Someone has to teach them the value of a calendar." Jupiter beamed and waved its sticky notes around. "Don't worry. Money, opportunity, success, it's all coming. Just as soon as Cherry learns how to keep receipts and stop losing pens." The universe coughed politely. "Excuse me, everyone. You're all correct in your own way. That's the point. Cherry is meant to be versatile, a speaker, a teacher, an entrepreneur, maybe even a podcaster who can talk about snacks and philosophy in the same sentence. Their voice will ripple across time. Their words will build bridges. Their partnerships will shape empires. The baby hiccuped. The stars all leaned closer, listening. And the universe whispered into Cherry's tiny ear, "Your words are your destiny. Speak them, share them, build with them. The world is waiting." The baby sneezed in approval. The cosmos cheered. The nurses blinked, confused, because they swore they heard a round of applause from nowhere. And thus, the story of Anonymous Cherry began part diplomat, part rebel, part spreadsheet enthusiast, forever guided by a universe that insisted on micromanaging their career. A RPRadio.Site donate today, Rapalis 214 Chapter 1. The sun assigns the job. The universe wasn't subtle about assigning destinies. While other newborns got vague life paths like we'll grow up to like gardening, or might invent a better toaster. Anonymous Cherry was given a full career briefing before they could even open their tiny fists. The sun in Libra strolled into the cosmic delivery room first, looking like the manager of destiny it always pretended to be. With a golden clipboard tucked under one arm and oversized reading glasses sliding down its nose, the sun adjusted its halo of light and declared, "All right, folks, let's make this official. Cherry here is a Libra sun in the third house, which means drumroll, please, words, words, and more words." A nearby comet obligingly banged on an asteroid like a drum. The newborn Cherry blinked up from their swaddle as if to say, "Excuse me?" Yes, I know you don't understand yet," the sun said, peering over the clipboard. "But your destiny is clear. You'll talk, you'll write, you'll persuade, you'll mediate. In short, you're the universe's official chatterbox." The moon in Aries, sitting in the corner with its feet kicked up, snorted. "Chatterbox. That's what we're calling it. This kid is going to lead revolutions with their words, not just immediate pizza toppings." The sun ignored the interruption, pulling out a celestial rubber stamp. "Career. Talking a lot." It smacked the stamp onto the top of the cosmic paperwork. Cherry yawned, unimpressed. RPRadio.Site donate today. Rap Palace 214. Look Cherry, the sun continued, in the same tone managers use when explaining office printer etiquette. You're a Libra, which means you crave balance, beauty, and diplomacy. People will come to you with their nonsense, and you'll be the one who smooths it out. You'll be the person everyone trusts to talk sense into chaos. And when you're not busy fixing problems, you'll probably be writing stories, teaching classes, or convincing your friends that yes, pineapple does belong on pizza. Cherry blinked again. The sun leaned closer, lowering its voice dramatically. But here's the catch. You'll spend ages second-guessing every sentence. Should I use a period or an exclamation point? Do I sound too harsh? Too nice? Too emoji. Your Libra brain will analyze everything until you've rewritten the same email 17 times. Balance is your gift, but also your curse. The clipboard snapped shut. RPRadio.Site doing today. Rap Palace 214, just as Mercury in Virgo poked its head in, holding a stack of index cards. Don't forget to mention spreadsheets. Words plus systems eats money. Mercury muttered before wandering off to reorganize the filing cabinets of the cosmos. The sun sighed. Yes, fine, Mercury's right. Your communication will also make you money. Blogs, lectures, platforms, businesses. You'll find ways to monetize your voice. But remember, perfectionism will haunt you like a needy ghost. From the corner, the moon in Aries yelled, "Boring. This kid's supposed to blog from the top of volcano." "Not in the prologue," the sun shot back. RPRadio.Site donate today. Rap Palace 214, Cherry Soul gave its first cosmic sign. So let me get this straight. My big grand purpose in life is to be a professional talker. Not just a talker, the sun corrected, puffing out its chest. A diplomatic chatterbox. The person who can make chaos calm, who can speak truth and still make people like them. That's power, kid. Don't underestimate it. Cherry narrowed their newborn eyes. Fine. But if I'm destined to talk this much, I expect the universe to provide at least one good microphone. The sun chuckled, stamping another note on the paperwork. Special equipment request, microphone. Optional podcast theme music. And with that, Cherry's career assignment was sealed. The lights in the hospital flickered dramatically. Somewhere outside, a car alarm went off, just to punctuate the moment. The cosmic audience applauded. The universe grinned. Anonymous Cherry had been officially hired by Destiny, job title, Cosmic Librarian of Words. RPRadio.Site, donate today, Palace 214, end of chapter 1. RPRadio.Site, donate today, Rap Palace 214, chapter 2. The moon causes trouble. The ink on Anonymous Cherry's cosmic paperwork was barely dry when the door to the celestial delivery room burst open. In stormed the moon in Aries, wearing combat boots, a leather jacket, and carrying a backpack stuffed with trail maps, energy drinks, and half a philosophy textbook. The moon didn't knock. The moon never knocked. "What's this nonsense?" the Aries moon shouted, slamming a world atlas onto the table so hard the constellations rattled. The sun in Libra adjusted its glasses, unimpressed. "What's what?" "This career assignment." The moon stabbed a finger at the clipboard. "Talking, diplomacy, writing emails with 17 drafts? No. This kid is not here to sit politely and edit commas. Cherry's here to explore, to conquer, to blog from a mountaintop while lightning strikes in the background. The newborn Cherry, still swaddled, kicked one tiny foot approvingly. The sun sighed. "Oh great, here we go again." The Aries moon paced the room like a motivational speaker who had accidentally drunk 6 espressos before the event. Cherry's got a moon in Aries, 9th house. That means freedom, adventure, big ideas, philosophy, travel. This isn't some boring neighborhood mediator job. This is destiny calling, and destiny has a motorcycle. "Motorcycles are dangerous," the sun muttered, scribbling reckless impulses in the margin of the chart. "Dangerous," the moon bellowed. "Dangerous is exciting. Cherry is meant to leap before looking, to chase truth across oceans, to start businesses and burn bridges if the bridges are boring. This is a soul who says, 'Why not?' instead of 'Should we?'" Cherry burbled something that sounded suspiciously like road trip. The sun slammed its clipboard shut. "Look, Cherry needs balance, not chaos. We can't just let them run off chasing every shiny idea like a squirrel in a gemstone store. Balance is boring," the moon roared. "Balance is beige curtains and lukewarm tea. This soul needs fire, exploration, wild nights. Maybe an impulsive tattoo of a philosophical quote in Latin that they can't actually translate." Mercury in Virgo popped its head back in, holding a dictionary. "If they get a tattoo, I'll make sure it's spelled correctly." "Thank you," the moon said, fist-bumping Mercury before it wandered off again. At this point, Saturn in Aquarius, who had been silently grading papers in the corner, finally looked up. "Honestly, I don't care whether Cherry writes from a mountaintop or a basement. But they will need to do it with a partner, because contracts are destiny. No more arguments until they learn teamwork." The Aries moon groaned dramatically. "Saturn, you're the human equivalent of a group project where nobody shows up." Saturn sniffed. "Structure is not optional." Meanwhile, the sun and the moon were nose to nose, glaring. "Words are their gift," the sun insisted. "Adventure is their calling," the moon countered. Cherry, torn between the two, gurgled thoughtfully. Both sides made sense. Why not both? The universe, watching all this chaos unfold, facepalmed. "This is going to be one of those lifetimes," it muttered. And so it was decided not by agreement, but by sheer inevitability. Cherry's destiny would be a tug-of-war between diplomacy and rebellion, between spreadsheets and spontaneous road trips, between carefully crafted emails and fiery speeches about truth and freedom. The cosmic contract was sealed in glittering starlight, stamped with a warning. Caution, we'll want to do everything at once. The moon zipped up its backpack, grinning ear to ear. Perfect. I'll see you all at the volcano. The sun groaned. Say son silent. Jupiter clapped cheerfully. And Cherry just smiled. End of chapter 2. Chapter 3. Saturn the strict teacher. Just as the moon was zipping off with its volcano maps, and the sun was filing another complaint about unnecessary drama, the door creaked open. In shuffled Saturn in Aquarius, wearing a tweed jacket with elbow patches, clutching a leather-bound folder stuffed with rules, regulations, and life lessons. Saturn looked like the sort of cosmic teacher who smelled faintly of chalk dust and disappointment. Cherry, Saturn began, clearing its throat in the exact tone principles used before handing out detention. We need to have a talk about responsibility. The newborn blinked. The moon groaned. Here we go, buzzkill incoming. The sun tried to look hopeful. Finally, someone with authority. Saturn slammed the folder down onto the cosmic desk. It landed with such weight that even Pluto muttered, over-dramatic much, from the shadows. Let's get this straight, Saturn said, pulling out a long pointer stick that no one asked for. You, Cherry, have me sitting in your 7th house of partnerships. That means your entire career, your growth, your success, your empires, will come through alliances, contracts, collaborations. Cherry hiccuped, unimpressed. Saturn continued, but not just any partnerships. Oh no, you'll have karmic lessons. Some partners will flake, some will betray. Some will take 3 months to reply to emails. But through all of it, you will learn how to choose wisely. Your destiny requires commitment, patience, boundaries. The moon slumped in its chair, whispering to Jupiter, boundaries, schmundaries. I say we just run off and start a commune. Saturn smacked the pointer against the floor. No communes. The sun adjusted its glasses. So Saturn, what you're saying is Cherry won't get anywhere alone. Correct, Saturn replied with grim satisfaction. They will need allies, contracts, real partnerships. Without structure, Cherry will get lost in chaos. With structure, Cherry will build legacies. Jupiter, bouncing in with a fistful of sticky notes, shouted, I love legacy. Saturn shot, this is serious. The newborn Cherry stretched, considering. On the one hand, this all sounded like a lot of responsibility. On the other hand, maybe having the right teammates wasn't such a bad idea. Think of me as your cosmic coach, Saturn said, softening slightly. I won't make it easy. You'll feel tested. You'll feel restricted. You'll want to quit sometimes. But every time you show up, every time you commit, you'll grow stronger. And one day, Cherry, you'll thank me. Doubt it, muttered the moon. Saturn ignored it, closing the folder with a dramatic thud. Your destiny is built brick by brick. Discipline, patience, contracts, those are your tools. Without them, all your volcano speeches and pretty words will collapse like a badly baked souffle. Cherry gurgled. It sounded suspiciously like, what's a souffle? The universe leaned in, amused. You'll find out later. Spoiler. It falls if you slam the oven door. And with that, Saturn packed up its folder, nodded curtly at Cherry, and shuffled out of the room, leaving behind an invisible weight of responsibility. The moon immediately rolled its eyes. Well, that was fun. Who invited the hall monitor? The sun adjusted its clipboard. Like it or not, Saturn's right. Partnerships will shape Cherry's destiny. Cherry sighed from the swaddle. So far, their cosmic job description included talking a lot, starting revolutions, and now, learning patience with contracts. This was starting to sound less like a career plan and more like a sitcom. End of chapter 3.
Still haven't tried 1775 coffee? Now's your shot. The 1775 starter kit just dropped. Only 1,000 units. You're getting the bold dark roast that hits hard, the smooth medium roast, and the vitality mushroom coffee for clean energy and laser focus. No crash. All single origin, small batch, toxin free and mold free. Plus, you're also getting a gold spoon clip because freedom isn't scooped in with plastic A frother strong enough to stir up your coffee and your mother-in-law's opinions, and a black 1775 tumbler. $170 worth of coffee and gear. Yours for $99. This is for the ones who've been watching 1775 blow up on Rumble, wondering if it's actually worth it. Spoiler, it is. Go to 1775coffee.com/studio and grab your starter kit before they're gone. Bold beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine that stands for something, just like Rumble does.
Behind the mic, the ultimate rap universe quanda. The viewers have been waiting for it, the full, unfiltered, interactive quanda with all members of the rap tribe and the evil rap family. Donation Rap brought everyone together, bridging heroes and villains to answer real viewer questions, share personal growth lessons, and inspire action. This is where light and dark meet, and where the audience steps into their own transformation. 1. Opening the Roundtable Donation Rap. Alright, viewers worldwide, this is your chance to hear directly from the tribe and the family. Ask anything, and let's get real. First question comes from Kayla R., 27, Atlanta, Georgia, USA. How do you turn failure into strength? Anonymous Cherry, failure is raw material. Every loss is feedback. Success isn't about avoiding mistakes, it's about using them to fuel growth. Viewer responses. Javier P., 30, Toronto, Canada. I started a business after repeated failures. Anonymous Cherry's mindset gave me courage. Sophia L., 22, London, UK. I journaled every failure and reflected on lessons instead of blaming myself. Turned setbacks into comebacks. Donate to keep learning from the tribe. 2. Night Rap's Life Lessons Donation Rap. Next question from Marcus T., 35, Chicago, Illinois, USA. How do you overcome fear in high-pressure situations? Night Rap. Fear is natural. Embrace it. Every time you show up despite fear, you grow stronger. That's what viewers are learning and applying in real life. Viewer responses. Renee M., 41, Melbourne, Australia. I joined a public speaking club despite fear. Night Rap's example made me act. Hiroshi Y., 29, Tokyo, Japan. I applied this to leadership presentations at work. Confidence skyrocketed. Face fear, rise higher, support the rap universe today. 3. Researcher Rap's Inner Guidance Donation Rap. Sophia L., 22, London, UK, asks, how do you trust your intuition when life gets confusing? Researcher Rap. Your intuition is trained through reflection and observation. Viewers began daily meditation, journaling, and quiet reflection to hear their inner voice. Viewer responses. Darius K., 29, Miami, Florida, USA. I reconnected with my instincts and made a career pivot with confidence. Anika P., 34, Berlin, Germany. Meditation and journaling now guide my decision-making. Listen to your inner voice, donate, and unlock deeper insights. 4. Twilight Zone Rap's Shadow Wisdom Donation Rap. Liam S., 26, Berlin, Germany asks, how can I learn from my darker traits without being consumed? Twilight Zone Rap. Observe your shadow. Identify patterns. Awareness, not suppression, transforms lessons. Viewers journal their darker tendencies to grow. Viewer responses. Isabella M., 33, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. I became aware of my pride and resentment and began self-improvement. Omar A., 28, Dubai, UAE. I stopped repeating toxic patterns in relationships. Embrace your shadow, donate, and gain exclusive behind-the-scenes access. 5. Dark Ember Rap Strategic Growth Donation Rap. Amira N., 29, Cairo, Egypt asks, how do you plan without letting ego control decisions? Dark Ember Rap. Observe outcomes objectively. Strategy is reflection plus action. Viewers are learning planning and foresight while checking ego. Viewer responses. Diego F., 33, Buenos Aires, Argentina. I started a career journal tracking wins and failures strategically. Leela S., 25, Casablanca, Morocco. I balance ambition with empathy after seeing Dark Ember Rap. Strategize your life, donate and master your path. 6. Freezer Rap Subtle Influence Donation Rap. Ethan W. 30, Vancouver, Canada asks, how can I influence others positively without manipulation? Freezer Rap. Influence is understanding, empathy, and example. Observing negative influence in our story helps viewers correct their own. Positive influence is intentional and ethical. Viewer responses. Maya L., 23, Sydney, Australia. I became aware of subtle manipulation in friendships and corrected it. Rafael T., 34, Lisbon, Portugal. I mentor peers, modeling behavior rather than controlling it. Influence with integrity, support the rap universe now. 7. Umbra Rap Balancing Mind and Heart Donation Rap. Fatima R., 25, Casablanca, Morocco asks, how do I use intellect without losing empathy? Umbra Rap. Balance comes from reflection and emotional awareness. Intellect without empathy isolates, while balanced intellect fosters connection. Viewer responses. Tariq H., 31, Lahore, Pakistan. I lead with both logic and care in my community. Carlos M., 36, Madrid, Spain. I now pause and reflect emotionally before major decisions. Sharpen your mind and heart, donate and unlock secret insights. 8. The combined lesson, light and dark integration, donation wrap. Viewers also asked, how do I integrate lessons from both heroes and villains? Anonymous Cherry. Observe both sides, learn from triumphs and mistakes alike. Twilight Zone Rap. Your shadows are lessons. Recognize and transform them. Night Rap. Show up even imperfectly. Dark Ember Rap. Plan strategically but stay grounded. Viewer highlights. Caden, age 19, New York, USA. I balanced ambition with mindfulness after following tribe and family lessons. Amelia F., 28, Paris, France. I left a toxic environment and started a business applying strategic growth lessons. Ahmed S., 29, Cairo, Egypt. Meditation, journaling, and reflection became daily habits. Isabella N., 31, Milan, Italy. I integrated my shadow traits into personal growth planning. Ineko, 31, Johannesburg, South Africa. I created a mentorship circle applying light and dark lessons. Step in